Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Hello, this is the Hot Topic Show. What we do?
We won't judge, but we're judging. It's going to be juicy.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching our show. Whew. I love them. Ooh, boy. Great, let's get started. It's time for... October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I've got on my ribbon, so does my entire studio audience. Shouts to all the survivors and all the people in the struggle. So my weekend was great until it wasn't. Okay, so, you know, Saturday was good. Sunday morning I wake up, I go in my mom cave, because I, wake up early, and I put in the Michel'le DVD that was slipped to me to prepare for her today. I've just got to say, Lifetime, you all did the damn thing. The movie is called Surviving Compton, and I have to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I do give this movie a 9.5. I don't know why I don't give it a full 10, but maybe there's something missing that I need to see. It told me everything. You know what, Dre? Ain't no good gonna come to you. And Suge, we knew you were no good, but I can't wait to get Michel'le out here. I'm telling you right now, it's good. So the news that we all woke up to this morning was Kim Kardashian being I'm not laughing at her being robbed. You know what I'm laughing at? Because there's certain top stories that don't matter to the rest of the world, but they matter to us. We're not talking about Bill and Hillary. That's not our top story, not here. Top story is that Kim K was robbed at gunpoint and tied up in the bathroom and tape put over her mouth in Paris. And so she was apparently, this all happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know how you feel at 3 o'clock in the morning, whether you've had wine or not. Everybody feels a little off at 3 o'clock in the morning. Apparently 5 gunmen posing as cops broke into her luxury apartment. The concierge downstairs is alleged to have buzzed the cops in, with ski masks. But you know what, though? They probably didn't put the masks on until they got to the elevator. So therefore, they just look very coply, And, poor concierge, he's making his minimum wage. He's like rich people. Because, by the way, this is a luxury apartment building where very, very wealthy people stay, and there are only a few apartments in this particular building. And so, the concierge was probably like, rich people always up to something. I am over here getting minimum wage. Let me mind my own business. So I don't, I don't blame the concierge, nor do I blame Kanye, who was on stage in Queens and shut his show down in the middle of the show saying that there was a family emergency. you know, of course, most of the people that were there did not understand that. You know, they paid their money, they wanted their show, but I get what he did. He probably just got on his bicycle and, you know, and rode over to Paris and to see his wife. The kids, thank goodness, North and St. West, they weren't there. But it appears like she was in this apartment by herself, you guys. Which, Kim, you can't have it both ways. I mean, you know, you've turned your life over to an international audience. Now you always have to have people around. So you're stuck having somebody around all the time because you are such an easy target. You know, there are men who want to have their sexual way with you. I mean, you know, think about it. With Kim K, it's more than a robbery. It's a whole violation. In a lot of ways, it's way worse than being first lady of any country. Because there's so many ways that people want to violate her. And whether it's steal or rob or, you know, mangle or assault. Anyway, they put a gun allegedly to her head. As they were taping and tying. You know, I would hope that she's not making any part of this story up just for dramatic effect. But, you know, because of this family, and they're kind of soulless, you know? So you can't believe everything that you hear, but this is very, very upsetting. They stole $10 million worth of jewelry. Well, you know what, Kim? Oh, and 2 of her phones. I don't know what's in the phones that we haven't already seen. I mean, that wasn't, when I heard about the phones, it wasn't a big deal to me, you know what I mean? She talks nice. You know, she's a nice girl. So I don't picture her having like greasy emails calling black people the N-word or whatever. I don't picture her with that. And of course, there's lots of naked pictures that haven't been photoshopped yet. But even before photoshopping, even with no makeup, I think we can all agree that she's still a beautiful girl. But here's the thing. Kim needs to have more security. And I know that can be a pain in the neck, because you always have to have somebody around. I was shocked, like, okay, so there was a security guard posted outside of her apartment door, allegedly. Now, the best thing is that, because when I woke up this morning, they said that she was staying in a private house. And I'm like, a house? There's too many windows, too many doors, not enough people on patrol, you know, like that. But at an apartment, at most you have 2 entrances. That's the most. Like the main front door, right? And then maybe there's that door in the kitchen off the laundry room where the garbage shoots out there. You know, that little back door situation that you barely use. Anyway, she needs more security, and the security needs to start with one that sits with the concierge. It's like post up your own concierge. Then one that sits outside, and maybe 2 more that stay inside. And everybody works shifts. And you know what, Kim, if you wouldn't post everything, but I understand that this is how this girl makes a living. There's her new ring. Kanye gave her a new ring recently, so she posted that along with her grills. As grills go, those are nice grills, though. You know what I mean? They're not all, like, grilly. Those are nice. Anyway, I think that Kanye and Kim need to have a meeting. And what Kanye needs to do as a man, and stop being a diva, Kanye. What he needs to do, you need to pose as a man and speak to your wife about just about, you know, Kim, you've amassed enough money at this particular point that if you gave up half of the posting that you did, it would probably make a large difference in your life, dear. You know? But when you get on there and you're bragging about your jewelry and you're bragging about your cars and where you stay and what you do, and of course we all have your schedule. We know your schedule better than we know our own schedules because you put everything online. You know, I mean, this could have ended really tragically. Although I am sure this was an inside job. No, I don't think the concierge had anything to do with it, but I think that one of them people that Kanye and Kim called friends, because there are vultures always around waiting to vulture. And they knew that you were in there 3 o'clock in the morning. You were by yourself. Your sisters were probably out at the club or something. The kids weren't there. So, you know, it was probably like, all right, look, don't kill her. Just go in there, you know, and they knew exactly where to go to grab that jewelry. And then they, by the way, all 5 killers jumped on bicycles and drove away on bikes. And Kim left for France on a private plane this morning. I can never sleep after something like that. Like, how do you get your life back? Even when you get back to the safety of your own home in Calabasas, how do you sleep? How do you, and who do you trust? I'll tell you, there's a leak in security. Fire everybody. So, you know, then last night happens. I'm still distracted by the Michel'le movie that I saw earlier in the day. I was calling anybody who would listen, but they couldn't quite understand it. They're still stuck on the voice. Ow, how do you watch a full movie with her with that voice? I'm like, shut up. You know what? I'm trying to tell you about something that's gonna come on TV, but it's not gonna come on until October 15th. And you've got to make an appointment to watch it. So I'm so distracted by that movie that I almost forgot that last night was the 4th episode of Rob and Chyna. Remember I told you I'd stick in there for 4 episodes before I decide either to stay with it or tap. I'm tapped out. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. You know, Chyna's mom, Tokyo Tony, demanded to see Rob's phone to check if he's cheating. Well, no, take a look at this.
So you think she gonna want a baby with no father around? She didn't have a father around. Yeah. I want my daughter to be bad. I want to give her nothing. I don't want you to be that way. Are you cheating on her, Rob? That's what he says to me. Are you cheating?
No.
Give me your cell phone. Open it up. You don't need to look.
My thing is, I just don't like to see people being disrespected repeatedly on TV. You know, you do it once, you do it twice, you know, everybody slips up, you know, she might slip and call him a name or something like that, but no, this is regular and steady. Rob, Tokyo Tony, and Black Chyna have ripped your man parts off. And you wanna know what? I am over here pumping my fist for them. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Rob, you allow that to happen. Your mom, who apparently doesn't give a damn about how you're being perceived on TV, and your sisters have tapped out. But forget the sisters, they're busy with their own lives. This is where your mom, Rob, needs to come into your life and tell you, son, I can't see you on TV like this. Now, if you wanna have a baby with this woman who's disrespecting you at every turn, and her mom, whose nose is all in you all's business, then that's one thing. But I'm gonna call Ryan Seacrest right now, and we're pulling the plug on this entire operation. Like as a mom, like how do you watch that? And then he's so awkwardly uncomfortable with himself. Everything about him exudes, I have no confidence. And it's not even about his size, it's about how he carries himself. Like he mumbles when he talks. He wears the same clothes every day. I mean, not the same ones. I'm sure he has, you know, 50 pair of black sweatpants and 50 black t-shirts. But you understand what I'm saying? And you wanna know why I'm rooting for Tokyo Tony and Black Chyna? Because if somebody is gonna let you do that to them, and your only way off the pole is to, you feel what I'm saying? This is not exactly a girl who went to medical school and graduated from Cornell. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a, let's be real. You know, Tokyo Tony had Black Chyna when she was really young, so she ain't exactly Mensa. In terms of her formal education and, you know, something to fall back on. So in the meantime, they've fallen back on Rob, who's got plenty of fluff to fall on. And so, I root for them because, you know what? They're not harming anybody except for Rob's ego. But because Rob is letting it happen, then you all enjoy continuing watching. Rob and Chyna airs Sunday nights at 9 on E. Suzanne, I am telling you right now,
Yes.
you need to watch the Michel'le movie.
I was watching Lifetime this weekend, and I saw the ads for it.
Well, let me tell you, okay, after I finished watching the DVD player, I mean, the DVD, it got passed around my family. Oh, both Kevin's and the dog, they're traumatized. Oh, traumatized.
Maybe I could borrow that DVD this week?
Oh, yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you.
But remember, there's watermarks all over it.
Oh, I can't pass it on then.
No.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Or you could just wait until October 15th.
All right.
But Michel'le will be out here later, so if I haven't sold you on the movie, then she will. When she sang that song, Something in My Heart. You don't understand, like, she apparently was doing something wrong, and all the thugs were all around, and she was in the booth by herself as the lone girl, and Dre didn't like her delivery in the song, and went in there and whooped her behind. One of many whoopations, but whooped her behind and told her she better get it right. So with a lumped up face and fresh cracks across her skull, that song that you hear was truly a song done out of pain. So Brad and Angelina have reached a temporary custody agreement. Well, that happened quickly, right? Yes. Angelina is getting full physical custody of the kids, and Brad gets visitation, but a therapist must be present. Now, Brad, I don't know what kind of dad you are, but your kids are about to remind you of it. Because they're all old enough, like, shut up, Dad! Give me the keys now, Dad! What kind of father are you, Dad? Mom says you do drugs, you drink too much. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let the criminals run the penitentiary. And in the case, no, you've heard that. Like, you know, it's always parents against kids. But when kids get an upper hand, that's when it's all out of control. Brad is the subject of random drug and alcohol tests, which the kids will read about that on the internet as well. And Brad and Angelina have to get individual family counseling. So it's really, 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 really messy. And I am so convinced that there are two sides to every story. And while she has hired Mrs. Smith, Attorney Smith, Judy Smith, she's the real life Olivia Pope. Yup. That's Judy. Judy with the good hair. And good eyebrows too, right? So this Judy Smith, that's the real life Olivia Pope. And so Angelina has secured Judy, no word on who Brad has secured. But they have 6 children, and all 6 of those kids, they all need special hugs and love. You know, 2 of them are biological, Norman? 3 of them are biological?
Twins and Shiloh.
Yes, and Shiloh. Yes. Okay. And then the other 3, anyway, 6 children. 6 children, that's a lot. And the oldest one is 14 years old. Well, you know that age right there. And that's like the worst time to be calling, you know, as husband and wife each other names, and for him to be able to hear and then spread it through the village. In other words, the other kids in the house. You know, so here's what's going on now. And here's how you play daddy. Oh, would you say you want a BMW? No problem. Watch this. Pops. Brad, I'm talking to you. The level of disrespect, like, can you imagine? Anyway, this agreement, everybody, is supposed to be reevaluated by the Department of Child and Family Services in 3 weeks. So I'll be following this story for you, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more fallout, and some of it's going to fall out about her as well. I'm sure. You got to be kidding me. Like I was reading over the weekend that he's the more strict parent, you know? Like there's got to be order in the house and there's got to be a bedtime and, you know, and then there were a few servants who had worked for them and they had given an article, I think, to In Touch magazine I was reading, and the servants were saying that allegedly the house is a mess inside. There are junk food wrappers and everything, every place. Like there's absolutely no order and there are no rules and it's like anarchy. So, you know, and Angelina rules with, you know, like, do what you want is what they say. And Brad is the one who's like, listen, there's got to be some order in this court. So, Arnold Schwarzenegger brought a special guest with him to his annual pilgrimage to Germany. It's our hot shot of the day. Hit it. You know, the boy is growing up to be quite handsome, isn't he? And they're wearing that German gear, you know, that harness thing. And Arnold looks a little worse for the wear, but, you know, he's a man of a particular age. He's been through a lot in life. I'm sure that when you turn on Celebrity Apprentice for the new season, they're gonna have him all spit shine. He's gonna look terrific. But the young boy is Joseph. He's 19 years old. And they're in Germany celebrating. I guess in Germany, you can drink beer at 19. As a matter of fact, the boy looks like he handles his beer better than his dad. You know, a boy needs his father, and so he posted on Instagram with the caption, "Happy birthday, Joseph, great student, great athlete, I'm proud of you, and I love you." I know. Makes me want to cry. But not as much as I cry for Michel'le. Oh yes. We've got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, from the new Lifetime movie, Surviving Compton, Michel'le is here.
On a new Wendy, DJ Khaled brings the scoop on the BET Hip Hop Awards. Plus, yes, Queen. From Queen Sugar, Rutina Wesley. She slayed in True Blood, and now she rules in Oprah's new series.
Tomorrow on a new Wendy.
So, our first guest rose to fame in the 90s with songs like No More Lies and Something in My Heart. And now she speaks about her relationships with Dr. Dre and Suge Knight in her new Lifetime. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, she's narrating all along. Okay. It's called Surviving Compton. Take a look.
So I'm guessing that makes me NWA now?
You'll be Roots Records first female artist. You can fly. You can make it straight out of Compton.
I gave you this track a week ago. Where is it?
Can't work like this, Dre. You're hurting me.
You sing it like you feel it. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Baby, you deserve so much better than a sponsor black marriage. Don't trade your freedom for security. It's my turn to be scared.
Please welcome to our show, Michel'le. Michel'le, for people who don't know you, I just have to address the voice thing very quickly. I would like to quickly move on, though, from that. Why do you talk like that, Michel'le? Go ahead.
I talk like this because I talk over my larynx. It's nothing wrong with me.
But when she sings, totally different, right?
Yes.
Sing the alphabet. A, B. A, B, C, D. See? Okay, enough with that.
Okay.
Now let's move along. I watched, I was riveted, I cried. There was absolutely no laughter. And this is the story that a lot of us have been waiting for years. Why did you do this movie?
I I didn't want to do this movie. I think when I was absent from their movie, the people started talking, and then they made the opportunity visible.
Now remember, their movie was Straight Outta Compton,
Straight Outta Compton.
which was very good. We saw it in the movie theaters. It was #1 in the box office for that particular weekend. But I think that your movie told a whole different story. I enjoy it very much. You know, Michel'le, I've been around for a long time, and I've talked before, you know, in radio days about Dre and putting his hands on not just you, but remember that old VJ D Barnes?
D Barnes.
Yeah. Only unlike D, you took it. You stayed. Why would you stay for so long?
Well, I stayed because it was normal. Well, after the first hit, you don't think they're going to do it again. And it does escalate, but I stayed because it became normal. I didn't call the police because I didn't want him to go to jail, because all the men that where I came from were always going to jail and be gone years. So I didn't think that was a good idea. And it just was normal. I just took it as a way of him showing me he loved me.
And it didn't help that your aunt was that your aunt or your grandmother?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother, bless her heart, she was not helpful at all. She was basically telling you, take it until you can't take it anymore. You just take it.
Well, she was trying to tell me that all men, in her time, that's what they did. They beat their women. And so she just was trying to tell me, without telling me what to do, you know, just giving me advice about, well, baby, you know.
What about your girlfriends?
I didn't really have any girlfriends.
It seemed like there were women around, but they weren't.
Oh, they would never said no. The only person that said something to me once was the makeup artist who covered my black eye for the video shoot. She said, you should stop letting him hit on you, and you should do something. And I just said, Easy-E, everybody, the dearly departed, was a good friend to you. Yeah.
I mean, he was portrayed as, he was that guy who at one point called you up and said, Dre is coming home, he's tanked up, get out quick. And the first thing you do is, I don't want to give away the whole movie, but you had a substance abuse problem.
Yes.
And grabbing your pills was more important than just get out of the house.
well, yeah.
And then he caught you.
Yeah, but I was already doped up, so it didn't hurt.
Listen, you know, she did have a substance abuse problem, and believe it or not, it was Suge Knight who helped you.
Yeah.
And then turned around and beat your ass, too. Damn.
Well, he only hit me one time, and he meant it when he said he would never hit me again because he said I was just too little. He said, you're too little for me to be hitting on. And I appreciated that. But see, I always say this, and I think the question is why didn't Dre leave too, though? Before he hit me, why didn't he leave? Why do you think men don't just walk away?
Well, Dre had a lot of problems, a lot of dysfunction. Apparently, a lot of the guys did from where you guys came from, in addition to a raging alcohol problem.
Yeah.
Right? But Ice Cube saw it. Jerry Heller saw it.
Well, I don't think Cube saw as many of the beatings as Yella and Dre and DLC saw a lot of the beatings. DLC was probably one of the only men that would say, no, Dre, don't do it, man, what are you doing? But he would never physically take him off of me. But at least he was there trying to reason with him. And I appreciated him for that for years.
So, Michel'le, you never called the cops, so there's no record of this.
No.
So how do you, because Suge is locked up right now, but Suge wants to sue you if he's portrayed wrong. Suge, you were portrayed the exact way we think of you, so don't worry. Don't worry.
And when I did call the
But I'll tell you what, Dre, you've given a definite new meaning to Beats by Dre. So the woman that Dre is married to now is the woman who was in your bed when you came home?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Although I did have to, she moved out and I moved back in. Well, that's another story. The woman that was, that I ran out of my bed, she was just one of many. I don't even remember her name.
Yes. So Dre has apologized, though, to all the women that he's hurt. He didn't apologize to you directly. It's important that I read this apology. He says, 25 years ago, I was a young man drinking too much and in over my head with no real structure in my life. I apologize to the women I've hurt. Then later on, he goes on to say, Dr. Dre, through his attorney, denies abusing Michel'le and challenges her credibility. Now, that can be challenged because that's only your story. Like, there's no record of any of this.
Well, not of him. Yes, there is. There's people testimonies. Yes, people were there. People can, if he want to go to court, please take me because we do depositions. And that's when you have to tell the truth.
So, you have a baby by Dre.
I have a son by Dre, and I have a daughter by Suge Knight.
You know what was...
I know, right?
In the middle of the movie, there was one point when Dre told you, you know, shut the baby up or whatever. I'm sure he loves his son now.
Yeah.
He probably loved his son then. But your son, with Dre, has seen a lot.
Yeah, but my grandmother and my mother took him at an early age because I was taking him. It's in the movie when I took him to the party with me.
Yes.
Yeah. He was only maybe 2 years old,
yeah.
And I was taking him out to the party. Well, you know, I was young, and he was my road dog. So if somebody called and said it's a party tonight, I would go. Come on, Marcel, let's go. I really did. I was a horrible mother.
Exactly. Nobody wants to see a 2-year-old.
But I mean, like, I had no common sense for raising a child.
Yeah. Well, look, there's more with Michel'le after the break. Don't go anywhere. So your current day relationship with Suge and Dre. All right. So your son with Suge is, with Dre, I'm sorry, is how old?
He's 25.
And how old is Bailey, your daughter?
She'll be 14 in November.
14.
Yeah. That's my baby.
Okay. So Bailey knows stuff.
Bailey knows everything. My son is the same way. I don't want them to get it from the streets. I tell them at home.
Have they seen the movie yet?
No, but neither have I.
You haven't seen it?
I won't see it until Wednesday because I didn't see all the final edits and stuff. And some of it's hard to watch, too. So I'm eager to watch. You know, I got my snacks. But
what you gonna eat?
Well, you always suggest pineapples and stuff, fruit and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'll probably have a steak.
A steak, So, now, do you have love in your life?
No, Wendy, you predicted. You're a guru. You told me I was never going to have a boyfriend.
Why?
Because you said no one would ask me. Who's going to want me?
Why? No, I didn't say it because she's a bad woman. Why?
Because they would be intimidated by me or scared of the guys I was with.
Sugar! Yes! You know, and you're a lovely woman. You should have love in your life. By the way, did you hook up with Tupac?
Never. I wish I did.
Hook up with Tupac?
Yeah, I wish. I would have slept with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was nice to you.
I mean, he's good on the eyes, you know.
Yes. Now, Easy tried to push up on you when you first met Dre, but obviously Dre won out.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really cute, you know. Yeah, guys do that.
Yeah. So, are you at peace now, Michel'le?
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
And do you talk to Suge at all?
No, you know, and he's in prison, jail, Steele County Jail, so he hasn't, I don't know what his phone privilege is like, which is probably good for me, too, because then I don't, you know.
Does Bailey want to see her dad?
You want some tea?
Yes, please.
Okay. I think she's going to get her first visit this weekend.
Oh, we should let her see the movie before she goes.
She will.
Perfect. So that he can explain to her exactly what she's seen. Now, what's your relationship with Dre? Because he's moved on with his life, he's married.
No, I don't have a relationship with either of them. His parents are going to be taking Billy, and I don't have a relationship with them. We have a great relationship. We don't have one.
Oh, okay. Now, by the way, which of the two guys broke your nose?
That was Dre and Dre.
Oh, okay. What kind of music are you doing now, Michel'le?
Happy music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So are you going to be returning to R&B Divas?
No, you know we got canceled.
Well, not after this movie comes out, somebody's going to want you for something. I mean, what a story. It's a story of survival. Right. You have survived hell. Clap it up for Michel'le, everybody. Surviving Compton premieres Saturday night, October 15th at 8 o'clock on Lifetime. Hot Topic Sound Off is next. We're raising the curtain on a new Wendy with Chyna. The Tony winner hits on hot seat. Let's see if we can get her to sing. Plus, be the girl with the good hair. Get this fall's best hair secrets.
Wednesday on a new Wendy.
It's time for Hot Topic Sound Up. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing? My name is Meredith.
Good. Hi, Meredith.
So first off, I wanted to sound off on Kim. Note to self, don't open the doors to killers at 3 o'clock in the morning. I definitely think that it was an inside job. Totally agree with you. How would they know that she had all of that jewelry in her apartment? And she definitely needs to hire new security. Come on, she's Kim Kardashian. Nobody should be allowed to breathe the same air that she breathes. So,
Meredith.
yeah, they should definitely, like, fire everybody and hire new people.
Yeah. Thank you, Meredith. They're so opinionated. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, Wendy, my name is India, and I want to sound off on Brad and Angelina.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, let's remember that I'm not going to be sad or mad about their divorce because he was married when they first got together. That's number one. Number two, there has to be something that's going on in that home, and that's sad for the kids' sake. But there's something going on where the judge is going to order you to have a therapist for your visitation. But let's just remember, money and fame, all that glitters is not gold, and how you got him is how you're going to lose him.
Oh. All right, India. Come on over. How you doing?
Hey, Wendy, I'm Leslie. How you doing?
This is pretty.
Thank you. I just want to sound off on Rob and Chyna. I absolutely love them. I think it's an amazing show. I want to say to the mother, however, I mean, they're cute. If she's getting on like this, let her get on. That's her life. Anywho, to Miss Tokyo, being in that man's business is an absolute no-no. Let me tell you from experience, Miss Chyna, honey. The way you allow your mother to get into that is just so wrong. A meddling mother-in-law makes for a messy marriage.
But you know what? But Rob is not a keeper. She's going to have the baby. They might get a couple of coins for a wedding special. They'll be divorced within 2 years, and she'll be moving. Rob is not.
You're probably right.
Yeah, she's not keeping him.
I like it, though. I like it.
He's so weak. I don't even understand how she gets moist for him. O.J. Simpson on this date in 1995. You want juicy hot topics, my fun of the after show, and all the celebrity interviews? Just watch and subscribe now on my YouTube channel. How you tubing? Let's meet our player. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm Genevieve, and I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, Genevieve, here's your question. In 1995, O.J. Simpson was acquitted. Which actor played O.J. in the hit show The People vs. O.J.? Cuba Gooding Jr., Will Smith, or Courtney B. Vance?
I got this. I love that show. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Perfect. Wait. Okay. In 2012, I talked about season 12 American Idol judge Nicki Minaj fighting with which other judge? Paula Abdul, Mariah Carey, or Jennifer Lopez?
The fierce Miss Mariah Carey.
Yes, Kennedy. And here's your $100 gift card to Perfume Mania. Breast cancer survivor eye candy. Don't go far. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We always acknowledge that here at Wendy. And today's audience eye candy is a breast cancer survivor. Say hello to Denise. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good, Denise. So, how old were you when you discovered that you have breast cancer?
Okay, I was diagnosed this past January, 6 days before my 33rd birthday, so I was 32.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't be sad, guys. I'm all good. I can get cancer.
And what do you do for a living? Are you working?
I'm a visual merchandiser and wardrobe stylist. Yes, so...
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you. It's growing back, girl. It's just not growing back.
No.
Yes,
and you got a nice shaped head and a good hairline.
Peanut head, right?
Yeah, it looks good.
And edges. Hello?
And edges. So talk about your outfit.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. So I know you love a pantsuit. So I said, let me get some olive green in here, perfect for fall colors. I was gifted this vest by one of my sorority sisters. And these shoes have sequin in there. I want to get a little bling for you. And everything costs less than $100. I'm a big thrifter, so.
Very nice. And what's your sorority?
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yes, sounds like you're wearing pink and green.
Yeah,
hopefully you're not a Delta.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Shout out to the Deltas, too, though.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Here is your legendary How You Doing Diva fan.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're feeling healthy. And in addition to your Diva fan, our friends at Gordon Taylor are gifting you with a $250 gift card.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. We'll be right back. Yay. She had fun, so my job is done. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to my script supervisor, Eden Castle, and his lovely wife on the birth of their son, Jack Gibson. Jack was born Saturday morning. He weighs in at 6 pounds, 15 ounces. How you doing, Jack? I want to thank today's guest, Michel'le. We will all be there on October 15th, right? Also, thank you to my co-hosts, my wonderful partners in crime, my studio audience. Tomorrow, hip-hop superstar DJ Khaled is here. Plus, actress Chyna Wesley is here talking about her new show, Queen Sugar. And I've got you with all the latest juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.
Nice.